Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you finally, and sorry that I had to take down that certain video for a brief moment that was private. The worst songs of 2022 so far, part 1, section 1 video was basically the audio was cutting out a lot, so I just had to delete that and try to make a new one. So this is the same video, but hopefully the sound quality works with this one for worst songs of 2022 so far part 1 video. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for these songs that I heard through the first half of this year for tracks for numbers 1 to 19 I meant to say, and let you know my thoughts on these songs. So let's start with number 1, which is Skillet White Horse. Now this was on their new album Dominion, and did not like this album at all. In my personal opinion, it sucked. Um, and yeah, Skillet is just so cringy, honestly. Now, this song had John Cooper rapping in it, sort of, and just the production in the song was pretty bad. So I was not really happy with listening to the song. I was like, this doesn't entertain me. This just makes me want to cringe and is like, no, this song is terrible. So, worst song to end the album for Dominion. So, yeah, making sure my charger's charging or whatever, my phone. So, at number 1, I picked Skillet with White Horse. I did not like it. The production was off. There was too much electronic work in this track, and also John Cooper was sounding cringy in this track, in my personal opinion. So, yeah. Number 2 is Weezer with The Sound of Drums. This was another disappointing one. It sounds really lame, honestly, with how Rivers Como is singing the track, and just the lyrics are all cringy. So, this is not a good song. It's disappointing, unfortunately. But yeah, the production was pretty off, and the mixing was really bad for this track. So at number 2 is Weezer with The Sound of Drums. I don't think I got much more to explain on this track. I just didn't like how Rivers Cuomo was sounding in this track. It sounded really lame with his vocals. Number 3 is Machine Gun Kelly featuring Willow with Emo Girl. Now this was a pretty piss poor song. It's so fucking repetitive with how it sounds. Um, Basically, you get the chorus that sounds repetitive with I fell in love with the emo girl, and it's just so ridiculous that it's so repetitive. And the lyrics for the verses are very cringy, and so is the chorus. Um, but yeah, Willow sounds terrible in this track, in my opinion. I know she's trying to sound good, but I just wasn't a fan of her vocals. So at number 3, I picked Machine Gun Kelly featuring Willow with Emo Girl. Number 4 is Kid Rock with We the People. I really hate this song. I just can't stand this one. It's too political, and it's basically about Donald Trump and all that, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, really? I'm just like, Um, I got no comment on this song. It's just basically trash. This was one of the worst songs of this year, and his new album Reputation was really bad too. And so was Machine Gun Kelly's new album, uh, Mainstream Sellout. I forgot to mention that in the number 3 spot. But yeah, We the People is really trash. I hate where it's like, let's go, Brandon. I'm like, ugh, this is bad already. So at number 4, I picked Kid Rock with We the People. Number 5 is Papa Roach with Stand Up. Now, this was another piss poor song that Papa Roach made. I like Jacoby Shaddix's singing in the chorus a little bit, but the verses are pretty bad. And the stand up lyric, it's just not sinking in with me very well. So, this is one of the worst songs of 2022. And Ego Trip was meh, but it wasn't anything special. There were some stronger tracks towards the end of the album, but no, so Ego Trip didn't execute too well for the first half, I guess you could say. But yeah, at number 5, I picked Papa Roach with Stand Up. Number 6 is Scene Queen with Pink Panther. Now, this was a really bad song. I don't like the chorus that much. It's so annoying. And the lyrics are so cringe. And sorry, that was my phone dinging away for what it was doing. It was a notification. But yeah, Scene Queen just has this lyric. Please don't call. I need another hour. 3 more girls are piling in the shower. I'm like, that's gross. Just makes her out to look like a fucking slut, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, at least. Um, but yeah, Scene Queen's Pink Panther was a really bad song, so I wouldn't recommend listening to it. And her new EP, Bimbo Core, was pretty bad, too. It's one of the worst things that came out this year, so. At number 6, I picked Scene Queen with Pink Panther. Number 7 is Thornhill with Valentine. I think this was one of the regular songs on the album, Heroin. And I wasn't a fan of Heroin, in my opinion. That album wasn't growing on me to the point where I love it. I kind of was disappointed with it and how it sounded. So, the only song, the instrumental, was the only one that I could praise. Everything else was just average to okay to pretty bad. So, yeah. At number 7 is Thornhill with Valentine. I don't like Jacob's vocals in it. It just sounds wonky and kind of terrible. And the production in it is really off, and so is the mixing. He sounds really echoing in the track. Number 8 is Justin Bieber, Honest, featuring Don Toliver. Now, this was a boring song, honestly. It's not the worst track this year, but it is a bad song. But, just Justin Bieber singing Honest, or whatever, the way he's singing it, it just doesn't sound good. So, yeah. And Don Toliver couldn't save the song either, so what does that tell you? But yeah, number 8, I picked Justin Bieber, Honest, featuring Don Toliver. Number 9 is Machine Gun Kelly again, with featuring Lil Wayne, called A. This was a really bad song. I could not stand this song for the life of me. And basically, it just production was really bad, and Machine Gun Kelly's vocals sounded really fucked up in this track, in my personal opinion at least. And this was not a good song. So, yeah, I couldn't even like his new album, Mainstream Sellout. It was so cringe, honestly. And like the title says, he is a mainstream sellout. So yeah, go shove that album cover down your throat, douchebag. I'm just kidding. That was a little harsh of me, but yeah. Um, at number 9 was Machine Gun Kelly featuring Lil Wayne A. I didn't like Lil Wayne's auto-tune in this track. It sounded really bad, and just the production in it was really off. So, yeah, number 9, Machine Gun Kelly featuring Lil Wayne with A. Number 10 is Ghost with 20s. Now, I didn't like the lyrics. That was the only downside to this track. Tobias Forge's lyricism in this song wasn't well written, and that was the most disappointing thing about the track. But the background music and all that sounded alright, but nothing to write home about. But I guess the album still held up pretty well for Impera, which I do own the CD, of course, and I actually like the album cover. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, number 10, I picked Ghosts with 20s. The only weak side to that song was the lyrics, so that's what brought the rating down quite a bit. At number 11 is Chris Brown with Iffy. This was a pretty bad song. I couldn't like the lyricism. It's just so boring and just cringe, honestly. I just I found myself disliking this song. And I didn't like his new album Breezy anyways. But anyways, number 11 is Chris Brown Iffy. The lyrics are weird, meaning they're cringe, I meant to say. And just how he's rapping in it, it doesn't sound very well mixed. And just the production is really off. And also, the video was terrible too. I couldn't like the video either. So I was like, what the fuck is this song? So at number 11, I picked Chris Brown with Iffy. Number 12 is Lorna Shore with Sun Slash Eater. This was terrible, in my opinion. I think I gave it like a 2 out of 5, if I remember correctly. I just couldn't like this track due to the fact of the screech screams and the pig squeal screams, because this is deathcore stuff. If you like it, more power to you. I just personally didn't find myself loving this track for what it was going for. So at number 12 is Lorna Shore with Sun Slash Eater. Number 13 is Black Bear GFY featuring Machine Gun Kelly. Another terrible song with Machine Gun Kelly. I was about to say Carrie. uh, but yeah. Machine Gun Kelly sounds bad in this song. And also Black Bear was sounding so whiny in this track with how he's saying I wish you well but go to hell. I'm like, okay, is this a message to your haters or something? Because you're gonna get a lot of backlash for this song. But yeah, this song was just bad for what it was going for, and it's gonna be on his new album In Loving Memory. I'm just like, that's gonna be terrible. But at number 13 is Black Bear GFY featuring Machine Gun Kelly. Number 14 is another Machine Gun Kelly song, More Than Life featuring Glaive. Glaive was really bad with how he was singing and rapping in this track. And Machine Gun Kelly didn't even sound good. He just sounds repetitive with his vocals. Like his vocal pitches don't change. It sounds the same. So it's pretty disappointing that this is what we're getting for Machine Gun Kelly. But that's what he's going for. So yeah, doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. But at number 14, I picked More Than Life featuring Glaive, the Machine Gun Kelly song, at number 14. At number 15 is Pharrell Williams with Cash In, Cash Out featuring 21 Savage and Tyler the Creator. I'm trying to breeze through this so I can get most of the tracks out of the way. This song was pretty bad. Didn't like this track for what it was going for, and the production was really off, and so was 21 Savage rapping Cash In, Cash Out and repeating it so much. It got so fucking annoying. And Pharrell Williams didn't even do his rapping in this track. It was mostly production. I think he was behind on with this song, like mixing the track, and it didn't go so well. So at number 15, I picked Pharrell Williams with Cash In, Cash Out featuring 21 Savage, but Tyler the Creator kind of boosted the song a little bit to make it not so bad, but still disappointing because his verse couldn't even save the whole song. But yeah. Number 16 is Weezer with The Opposite of Me. This sounds so similar to what Help I Need Somebody melody is sounding like, but it has a different melody and it tries to sound different, but I'm just not impressed with this track. I probably boost it up a bit because of the rockish sound it's going for, and the beat is okay, but no, it's still a disappointing track, so yeah, for now, I'd probably give it a 2 out of 5. It's bad, but it's mm, not great. So at number 16, I picked Weezer with The Opposite of Me. Even the lyrics were kind of cringy too, in my opinion. At number 17 is the 1975 with Part of the Band. This one was really bad. I could not stand the lyrics in this track. They just sounded so horrible. And the thing he was singing about when he said, "You gotta talk about the people, baby." The way he was singing that, it was just like Elvis or whatever. I'm like, you sounded terrible singing that lyric or whatever. And the way Matt Healy was singing that was not good. So this was a piss poor track, and pretty boring and stale too at times. So at number 17, I picked the 1975 with Part of the Band, with their new song Part of the Band. And it's going to be on their new album, Being Friendly in a Foreign Language is what it's called. I just looked into it, and it's coming out this October, so that's something we got to worry about. Number 18 is Avril Lavigne with Love It When You Hate Me featuring blackbear. Now Avril Lavigne is trying to go with this pop punk stuff and letting Travis Barker help mix her songs. I'm like, why? You were sounding so good. Well, not very good with Head Above Water, but it was hit or miss for me, at least. But, yeah, Avril Lavigne was on a good roll for a bit, not a great roll. But with this new album, I just didn't like it that much. And this song kind of represents how bad the album is a little bit. Love Sucks was okay, but nothing to write home about. So at number 18, I picked Avril Lavigne with Love It When You Hate Me featuring blackbear. Even blackbear didn't sound good in this song. He just sounded so generic, so boring, and so whiny. And it was just like, seriously, dude. At number 19 is blackbear again with The Idea. The new song that just came out yesterday. I checked it out. I listened to it. I wasn't a fan of it. And the trap beat in the bridge part of the song just didn't interest me that much. So this was a piss poor track. And lyrically, it just talks about his depression and how he feels this way and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, you don't have to talk about mental health if you're going to gain clout for it or something like that. If you're trying to get money out of your mental health, then you're a piece of shit for doing that. So maybe you have depression. I don't fucking know. I don't know you, dude, but seriously, dude, stop talking about it in your songs. I know other people can do it in a better executed way. Other bands can do it in a better executed way, but blackbear does it in the way where he takes advantage of it and makes excuses for it. So, yeah, fuck that artist. So at number 19, I picked blackbear with The Idea. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of this Worst Songs of 2022 so far, part 1 video. If you enjoyed it, I gotta end this video very soon, very shortly. And if you did enjoy this special video I made for you guys for the Worst Songs of 2022 so far, part 1 video, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I'll have another video coming out tomorrow for the reason why, and also another, I think it's going to be best songs of 2022 so far, part 1 video for the sort of end of the year video that's going to be coming out later in November. But anyways, I got to write the list down for first for the best songs because there's a lot. But anyways, stay safe, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this special video for Worst Songs of 2022 so far, part 1 video. And as always, I'll see you in my next review.